Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Red Cross. I'm Dave Diesler. I'm the Executive Director of South Central Wisconsin Chapter. And before we get started, I'd like to personally thank everyone for coming out here tonight, especially during that big thunderstorm we had earlier. So thanks for coming. As I look around the room, I see many faces of volunteers who have served in our community. These volunteers that we have are truly amazing. We have very wonderful volunteers. Whether they're responding to a disaster, teaching life-saving skills, or helping around the office, they're making a difference every day. I hope everyone had a chance to tour the building and see recent updates. These updates were primarily done by our volunteers. So obviously they're very well needed, and we respect them very much. So I'd like for all the volunteers and board members to raise their hand. So whoever's a volunteer or board member, if you could raise your hand so everybody knows. So thank you for all your time and everything else. I appreciate it. And I'd like to give them a big hand, if we could, for everything that they do. So thank you. We've seen many changes over the years at the American Red Cross as they adapt and respond to needs of our community and our nation. We've taken a lot of changes here also in the Red Cross. Through it all, we've been working to provide the highest quality of a service to our communities. And I'm impressed with the strength and focus of the American Red Cross and our mission. Our mission is to help other communities and individuals to prevent, prepare for, and respond to emergencies and disasters. That is reflected in everything we do. We respond to disasters in big and small. We respond locally and nationally. We teach skills that save lives. We collect and distribute a majority of the nation's blood supplies, almost 50%. We educate the community on how to prevent and prepare for disasters. 41 times last year, our trained volunteers stood with the victims of disasters and helped them begin the process of rebuilding their lives. We assisted 52 families with shelter, food, clothing, counseling, and other emergency services. The South Central Wisconsin chapter taught life-saving skills to more than 6,700 students in our jurisdiction last year. Classes in CPR, first aid, the use of AEDs, and even babysitting. Learning these types of skills and being prepared to act in an emergency is a gift beyond measure. September is National Preparedness Month. Please take a moment to visit our disaster preparedness tables and get information about making a plan, building a kit, and being informed. And visit our health and safety table to get class schedules so you can learn life-saving skills and be prepared to save lives. Make sure you're a Red Cross ready, and that's very important. The Red Cross is on the scene of times of disaster. We are trained and prepared. We are an organization that's 24/7. Not very many nonprofit organizations are like that. We are there to provide relief to victims of disasters, and we need to do this, and we do this for free. The Red Cross is a charitable organization, not a government agency, and depends on volunteers and the generosity of the American public to perform its humanitarian mission. Disasters can strike at any time and anywhere, so we can hope. Now I'd like to give the floor to Kelsey Burton, the Regional Fundraising Manager. Yay!
Thanks, Dave.
Yep. Thanks, Kelsey.
So in addition to our volunteers, there are donors and partners in this room as well. And we are grateful for your contribution to help sustain our work at a time when it is especially necessary. You have proved that hope can strike at any time. We in the Red Cross and the people who we serve are lucky to have such friends. Thank you all for being so generous. Your support will fund preparedness and response services of our chapter. One such partner that we have here today is Granger. Granger is our lead disaster partner and has provided us with a gift of $7,500. This gift will help us provide disaster services in the communities we serve. The Disaster Partners Program is for passionate supporters of the chapter's disaster relief efforts and is an opportunity to provide continuous, long-term financial support for local disaster relief. Contributions are used to pay for immediate assistance for individuals and families impacted by disaster. Granger's $7,500 gift will enable us to provide full assistance for 3 families of 4. Full assistance may include food, clothing, shoes, up to 3 nights in a motel and first month's rent, bedding, and medical supplies. I would like to thank Granger for their gift to the community. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Ralph Howard. He's the Vice President of Specialty Brands at Granger. Ralph?
Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good evening. It's nice to be here with all of you this evening. I was actually in Chicago at our corporate offices today and got out of there a little later than I had intended, so I got a chance to scoot across Highway 50, hydroplaning a little bit in that wonderful little rain that we had, but wasn't sure if I was going to get here by car or by backstroke for a while, but nonetheless glad to be here today and got a free car wash out of the deal as well. So that's all well and good. So again, we're thrilled to be here with you this evening. To recognize and celebrate the efforts of the South Central Wisconsin chapter of the American Red Cross and Granger's partnership with the chapter through the Disaster Partners Program. September is National Preparedness Month, and it's a time when we're all encouraged to take those simple steps to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready for emergencies and disasters in our homes, in our businesses, and also in our communities. And while today's event takes place really during the National Awareness Month here in September, it's important that we raise awareness and around the importance of being prepared all year round, and that's really what this chapter does. And I think we should stop for a moment and thank the local chapter for all that you do in that regard. Now, we know that the leading cause of disasters here in our local community is tied to fires. That, coupled with the changing of the seasons and little reminders like the rain and electrical event that we had outside this evening, I think are excellent reminders of the importance of being ready for those types of opportunities both at home and at work. Granger has a long history of helping our customers and our communities prepare for and respond to disaster events across the country. And it includes our role as a national founding sponsor of the American Red Cross's Ready When the Time Comes program. Now, through that program, more than 1,100 Granger associates have donated their time and their talents to participate and support the Red Cross in events ranging from supporting call centers following Hurricane Katrina to doing damage assessments following some wildfires out in California to staffing shelters in Memphis after they'd had a series of rains and flooding. So we're very proud of our associates and their dedication of time and talents in that regard. Our customers count on us for things like lights, generators, batteries, safety products, and maintenance facility supplies to support their normal day-to-day activities in the businesses that they run, and also in regards for preparation around events of disaster. And the Granger team here in Janesville, we're very excited about the opportunity to support the community that we live in and work in as well through our partnership with the Disaster Partners Program. And this program really is just a natural extension of what we do each and every day. So on behalf of Granger and all of our local employees here in the community, I'm pleased to present a check in the amount of $7,500 as a contribution to the South Central Wisconsin chapter of the American Red Cross. Now, as the lead sponsor of this program, as Kelsey had mentioned, the funding will be used to assist the Red Cross in providing supplies, counseling, shelter, food, and clothing to both individuals and families who may find themselves in need following future disasters. We all have a role to play in helping to prepare our communities respond to disasters, and we certainly encourage others to find ways to get involved as well. So with that, David, we have a ceremonial check to present to you. Lift with your knees, not your back. We'll slide over here. So this check reads to the American Red Cross South Central Wisconsin chapter in the amount of $7,500.
Thanks for all.
Great. You bet. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate all your generosity and everything else. And we appreciate everything Granger has done for us. And hopefully everything we can work together in the communities and be prepared. So thank you. Okay. Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming. We really appreciate it. And like I said, there's tables here. I don't know if everybody got a chance to go view the different stations that we have here that are available. Get something to eat, hopefully, and tour the our new kind of a new area that we're building and remodeling and everything. So, and thanks again for everybody coming here tonight. I appreciate it.